Empires, those vast and mighty powers, have dramatically shaped the world we live in today. These colossal entities, born out of ambition and conquest, have left indelible marks on the sands of time. They've sculpted cultures, languages, and civilizations, influencing the course of history and the development of the modern world. From the ancient to the modern, empires have been the catalysts of change, the architects of progress. They've been the harbingers of innovation, the forges where societies have been refined and redefined. They've been the crucibles where ideals have clashed and the world as we know it has been shaped. Their rise to power and their eventual fall have left behind valuable lessons about governance, power dynamics, and cultural influence. As we delve into the past, we'll start to see patterns that may predict America's future. So buckle up, as we embark on this journey through time, exploring the rise and fall of empires and what it could mean for America. From the ancient Romans to the British Empire, history is marked by the rise and fall of great empires. Let's take a swift journey through time, starting with the ancient Egyptians. Their empire, built on the fertile banks of the Nile, was an early cradle of civilization, birthing monumental achievements in architecture, mathematics, and the arts. But over time, internal strife and foreign invasions led to its eventual downfall. Then there's the Roman Empire, a titan of military might and administrative prowess. At its zenith, Rome's influence spanned 3 continents, shaping the Western world in countless ways. However, it too crumbled, succumbing to a potent mix of internal decay and relentless barbarian invasions. Fast forward a few centuries and we reach the Mongol Empire. Under the fierce leadership of Genghis Khan and his successors, the Mongols created the largest contiguous land empire in history. But even this colossal empire disintegrated, fragmented by familial infighting and rebellions. In more recent history, we have the British Empire, a giant that once boasted that the sun never set on its territories. It was the birthplace of the Industrial Revolution, which reshaped the global economic landscape. Yet, the tide of decolonization and 2 devastating world wars saw the sun finally set on this empire. Each of these empires had their heyday, during which they amassed great wealth, expanded their territories, and influenced the world around them. Yet, they also had their shared weaknesses: overextension, internal discord, economic strain, and resistance from the conquered peoples that contributed to their downfall. So, what can we glean from these historical narratives? Empires, for all their glory, are not invincible. They rise, they peak, and then they fall. And the reasons for their fall are often eerily similar: overreach, internal instability, economic troubles, and external challenges. These empires have left indelible marks on human history, but all eventually met their decline. Could America be next? The United States of America has emerged as a dominant global force in the past century. How did it climb to such heights? Well, it's a story of economic growth, technological advancements, and military strength. The American economy, driven by innovation and entrepreneurship, has been a beacon of prosperity. It was the Industrial Revolution in the late 19th and early 20th centuries that set the stage for America's economic ascent. Then there's the technological prowess. From the invention of the telephone to landing a man on the moon, America's technological breakthroughs have shaped the world we live in today. And let's not forget America's formidable military. With bases across the globe and a defense budget that dwarfs that of any other nation, the United States has solidified its position as a military superpower. But does this unprecedented power ensure America's continued dominance? Despite its global dominance, America faces numerous internal and external challenges. A key issue is political polarization. Unlike the unified front presented by empires of yore, America currently grapples with a deeply divided political landscape. This internal strife can disrupt the nation's decision-making process, potentially weakening its global standing. Next, we have economic inequality. The wealth gap in America is widening, with a small fraction of the population controlling a significant portion of the nation's wealth. This disparity can sow seeds of discontent, leading to social instability. Past empires have crumbled under similar pressures, their societal fabric torn apart by economic divisions. Lastly, we can't ignore the challenge of global competition. The world today is multipolar, with several countries vying for dominance. While America remains a significant player, emerging economies like China and India are rapidly gaining ground. As these nations grow in strength, the balance of power could shift, threatening America's position at the top. These challenges are not insurmountable. However, their presence serves as a stark reminder of the precarious nature of power. America's continued reign as a superpower hinges on its ability to navigate these obstacles and adapt to a changing world order. Are these challenges signs of an impending decline, much like the empires of old? As we look to the future, we must consider if America will follow the historical pattern of empires. The parallels are there, if you know where to look. Just like the Roman Empire at its peak, America today is a beacon of technological innovation, cultural influence, and military might. However, Rome too faced issues of political polarization, economic disparity, and external threats, all of which are eerily familiar to the challenges America faces today. Now, let's consider the British Empire, once the largest empire in history. It was the birth of nationalism and the desire for self-governance among colonized nations that led to its eventual decline. Does this remind us of the increasing voices for independence and autonomy we hear today around the globe? But history is not destiny. The American empire, just like those before it, has the potential to reinvent itself, to adapt and overcome. It could learn from the past, address its internal divisions, and strengthen its global alliances. Or, it could buckle under the weight of its own contradictions and external pressures. There are many paths that America could walk. It could continue to be a dominant global power, or it could experience a gradual decline, much like the empires of old. Only time will reveal if America can defy the historical pattern of rise and fall. But one thing remains certain: empires, no matter how powerful, are not immune to decline.